Abimelech's father was Gideon, the famous judge who delivered Israel from Midian. After his great victory, the Israelites actually wanted to crown him king. Gideon humbly and correctly turned it down, saying, "I will not rule over you, nor shall my son rule over you. The Lord shall rule over you." That doesn't mean everything Gideon did was right. After returning home, he fathered 70 sons by many wives. And he had one son who was not born to his wives, but to a concubine in Shechem. That son was Abimelech. Judges 9 shows how Abimelech grew up to be an ambitious leader. Using his family connections, he convinced the men of Shechem that a son of Gideon himself, of course, should rule. And he hired a band of thugs to kill his 70 half-brothers to ensure that no other son of Gideon could challenge him. However, one half-brother, Jotham, escaped this evil act and went into hiding. After this cruel and evil act of mass fratricide, Abimelech was crowned king over a portion of Israel and reigned for 30 years. After Abimelech was made king, Jotham, his half-brother who escaped the massacre, very publicly rebuked Abimelech's action through a parable that essentially said if Abimelech would be a good king serving the people and not himself, then it would work out. But if he would not serve his people but would do evil, everything would fall apart. Abimelech and the people would destroy each other. Slowly, through the rest of the chapter, we see this prophetic parable play out. We see the source in verse 23. God sent a spirit of ill will between Abimelech and the men of Shechem. And the men of Shechem dealt treacherously with Abimelech, that the crime done to the 70 sons of Gideon might be settled and their blood be laid on Abimelech their brother, who held them, and on the men of Shechem, who aided him in the killing of his brothers. All out war between Abimelech and Shechem broke out, with bad guy Abimelech firmly winning and getting the upper hand. What? But he's the bad guy. The bad guy is not supposed to win. This bad guy gets to be king and gets the upper hand even when his supporters stand on him. Where is the justice? Well, justice finally came. During one battle, Abimelech took a city whose residents had sought refuge in a tower. Abimelech was about to burn it down when a woman in the tower dropped a rock on his head, crushing his skull. He did not die immediately, so asked his armored bearer to finish him off so he would not experience the culturally humiliating death of being killed by a woman. Verses 56 to 57 tell us why this happened. Thus God repaid the wickedness of Abimelech, which he had done to his father by killing his 70 brothers. And all the evil of the men of Shechem God returned on their own heads. And on them came the curse of Jotham, the son of Gideon. Though it did not come immediately, justice was served for his evil deeds. What does this teach us? Abimelech's power, prosperity, and success meant absolutely nothing when God intervened. Abimelech met a very abrupt and just end, despite seeming to hold the upper hand. Why do the wicked prosper? How is this person getting away with this stuff? Why does God allow it? Through the story of Abimelech, hopefully, we can see that God repays the wickedness of bad guys, even when justice seems to us to be delayed. Ecclesiastes 8:11 states, because the sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. God does not always intervene and bring justice immediately. At times, He waits for a number of reasons. Perhaps He waits to give people time to repent. We are all thankful when He does this for us. We are sometimes less thankful when He does it for others. Sometimes He has other purposes for waiting, purposes that we can't even grasp. Sometimes He simply chooses to let things play out for a time to let people experience the consequences of their actions.